So I have the thought for the day. So Jesus says, you are the light of the world. Now, he doesn't say, I am the light of the world. No, he says you are, which is kind of an interesting thing. So I remember years ago I was in an airport, not LAX, but some other city, and I had two homies with me, and I was guarding the bags, and they were off walking somewhere in the terminal. We're waiting to fly somewhere, and I see one of them starts to come back by himself, Robert, and as he's at some distance, I see some woman stops him, and the two of them engage in a conversation. And so when he finally reaches me, I said, what was that about? Oh, I was, I have the homeboy shirt on, and she asked me a gang of questions. And, well, at the end, when we finished the conversation, she said, you are an ambassador for Homeboy Industries. Damn, gee. That shit felt proper. And I don't even know what an ambassador is. So ambassador comes from the Latin word which means servant. And so the notion, of course, was like a king would say to the servant, hey, go to that castle over there and deliver a message. We're having a party at this castle on Friday night or whatever. So ambassador is somebody who delivers a message. And certainly that's something we do here at Homeboy. So on Saturday, all of you, when you marched, you were delivering a message. Our brothers who went to Nashville recently for the training, you delivered a message about Homeboy. Any tour that anybody gives is delivering a message, and the message is always real clear. What if we were to invest in people rather than incarcerate them? So that's a message. But the truth is, you are the message you are sent to deliver. In fact, it is the privilege of a lifetime for you to be who you are. So to know yourself as luminous and unique, to know yourself as the light of the world. A homeboy texted me, who works here recently, texted me, I've chosen to live in love's energy, so now I get up every morning and my heart smiles. We are all light, loving each other into their own awakened hearts. So it's about a new way of seeing here. It's not just getting a paycheck. It's about being captured by some positive and noble spirit. Something more whole and tender holds you here, and it's also something you can hold on to. Years ago, I was, they were going to give me some award or something at LMU. I couldn't go, so I asked this homie, Elias, who worked at the Silkscreen, I said, accept the award on my behalf, and I sent him with the great Kara Gould, who worked here many years ago. So she was telling me afterwards he was so terrified. They were driving to Loyola Marymount University, and poor Elias wanted to leap out of the car, and he goes, I'm so nervous. And she said, well, they always say, if you're nervous, imagine your whole audience is naked. And he said, I can't do that. I'd be staring the whole time. So they get to LMU, and they say, accepting the award for Father Greg Boyle is Elias Montes. And he gets up and he's all temblando, and he's got his little sheet, which he gave to me afterwards. And the only thing I remember was he said, because Father Greg and Homeboy Industries believed in me, I've decided to believe in myself. And the best way I can think of paying them back is by changing my life. And that's exactly what I've done. Thank you very much. So he sits down, woo, the crowd goes nuts. Standing ovation. They won't stop clapping. People are crying. We have mocos donde quiera. It was a pretty sloppy display. And so he sits down, and they're still clapping. They won't stop. And he turns to Karen and he says, damn, they're sure clapping a lot for Father Greg. And she goes, Manso, they're not clapping for G. They're clapping for you. He goes, nuh-uh. Yeah, they're clapping for you. So here's the truth. You are the message you have been sent to deliver. In fact, it's the privilege of a lifetime to be who you are, the light of the world. Every one of you, an ambassador. And yes,
that shit feels proper.
amen.